Today we're going to be going over the top 10 best theme teams to use right now in Madden 24. Now obviously this could change any single day. This could change literally tomorrow. This could change the day after that. This could change any day a promo comes out. You never know when teams are going to get blessed. But how I went into like kind of picking what I would consider the best teams are the skill position players. You know, the wide receivers, the running backs, tight ends, the corners, safeties, guys you could throw into the box, the D linemen, all that stuff. You know, I'm not saying the team has to be complete, but you'll see the teams that I put in like the top 10 are like, okay, you'll understand why they're in the top 10. So enough talking, man. Let's go ahead and get right into the list. Starting the list off at number 10, we got the team I hate the most in the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys, man. I would have to put them at number 10. We'll kind of go through some of the players so you can kind of get an idea. Quarterback, they have Dak Prescott and Troy Aikman. Now, you're going to use Troy Aikman over Dak because he gets set free lead, and he just gets better abilities, and he has Slinger 3, which I think is the best release in the game. Now, they actually do not have a running back, which is kind of why they ended up, you know, kind of at 10, but the receiving core is pretty insane, man. You got Amari Cooper, Michael Irvin, Jimmy Smith, Harold Carmichael, CeeDee Lamb. I mean, the receiving core is insane. And then they got, you know, Jake Ferguson, who isn't anything too crazy, but look at all these wide receivers, man. Come out in like an empty where it's just all wide receivers, or find something like that. And you see for the defense, right, you got Darren Woodson, which, by the way, he gets, I forgot, he gets some ability, but it's literally like one of the best abilities in the game. I forgot what it's called. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. They got the Jerron Curse from the comp pass. Malik Hooker isn't anything too crazy, but he's a body you could throw in the box or something, right? And then their corners aren't really spectacular. You got Stephon Gilmore, solid. Dion, you know, not really all that anymore. And De'Aaron Bland, so not a crazy, you know, not crazy corners. But then, you know, the D-line heats up. You got Michael Parsons, he's insane. DeMarcus Ware is still pretty good, especially if you got, you know, you got a theme team. They got Osa. I'm not going to try to say his name, but he's a solid D tackle. So, you know, it's a solid D line. And overall, you can see why, you know, this team would be a 10, especially, you know, look at those wide receivers. Number 9, we got the Denver Broncos. So the Broncos offense is also, you know, it's not bad. You got Vernon Davis, who's going to be, he's already really good, even better with the theme team. Quarterback, you got Russell Wilson. He's solid, doesn't get any crazy abilities, but he's definitely a really good quarterback. They got the brand new Marvin Mims. He's really good. Jerry Jeudy's actually not that bad. They don't really have a wide receiver 3 or a running back, but I'm about to show you guys their defense, which is the main reason why they're on here. And look at this defense, man. This is nasty. You got Justin Simmons at free safety. Brian Dawkins is strong safety. That right there is insane. Look at these corners. DRC, Champ Bailey, Patrick Surtain. Then you got Aqib Talib off the bench. They got really good edge rushers. You got Bradley Chubb, Baron Browning, Shaq Barrett, Von Miller. I mean, they have a lot of guys. You could probably throw Von Miller at D tackle. I mean, I put them at number 9. I mean, the offensive side, don't get me wrong, it's got some pieces, but the defense, I mean, it's nasty. Number 8, we got the Buccaneers. Now, this one actually might surprise some people. You'll see why I got the Bucs here. So, offense, they got Gronkowski at tight end, not too bad. Receivers, you got Mike Evans and Deshaun Jackson, who are literally 2 of the best wide receivers in the game right now. So, that's major. They don't have a wide receiver 3, but you get a filler right there, right? Running back, they got Warwick Dunn. He's extremely nasty. Now, they don't really have a quarterback. Obviously, you know, you're not really going after using famous Jameis, but you can see some of these skill position players they have are like, you know, on offense are some of the, you know, the best in the game. Defense, they have a pretty solid defense. Safety isn't anything crazy. You really only have Ryan Neal. You're going to have to get some subs there. Corners are really good. You got Rondé Barber, Darrelle Revis, Aqib Talib, all very good corners. And then, you know, you got a pretty good D-line. You got Shaq Barrett, Derek Brooks, Vita Vea, you know, not too bad. Warren Sapp, I bet you that Warren Sapp probably isn't too bad. Then you got really, actually, for you really want to put Derek Brooks and Devin White in the box, because those are probably, Devin White's an insane user, and, you know, Derek Brooks, I would imagine, is also really good. So the reason why I put the Bucs offense over the Broncos, well, I just kind of spoiled it. It's because of the offense. I like Tampa's offense a little bit more than Denver's, even though Denver has a monster defense. But I feel like there's, you know, I feel like there's pieces you could sub in and replace on the Tampa defense to make it really good. And I don't know, Mike Evans, Deshaun Jackson, some of the best in the game. Then you got Warwick Dunn. I don't know. I like Tampa's offense a little bit better than Denver's. The number 7 best team, I gotta go with the Seattle Seahawks. This is where things start getting kicked off a little bit. They got Greg Olsen, the tight end. You know he's gonna be really good. Warren Moon, high route master right there. And you got Dangerous, but I mean, I'll be honest, you're gonna go Warren Moon over him. They got Hedgerin James, Kenneth Walker, and Adrian Peterson running back. Pick who you want to use. Tyler Lockett, JSN, and DK Metcalf at wide receiver. So this is a nasty offense. This is very good. And their defense is also still really good. They got a couple blitz players. You got Jarek Reed, Derek Hall, Julian Love, Tyreek Woolen. We all know how good that card is, you know. But then you got Richard Sherman, who isn't really the best. Trey Brown, who's, you know, not really the best, but they still got some really decent pieces. Then their defensive line is not bad. You got John Randall. I'm not crazy about him. Big cat, throw him a D tackle. You know, so their D line's kind of their weak spot on defense and a couple of weak corners, but the offense is so nasty, and they still got some solid pieces on defense. It's a pretty good team. Vikings are the 6th best team in the game, in my opinion, right now. They also have Warren Moon at quarterback. Obviously, you're going to go with him over Josh Dobbs. They don't really have any good tight ends, but they got a pretty damn good receiving core. You got Randy Moss, Stephon Diggs, and Jay Jettas. I mean, that's really good. Like I said, Adrian Peterson. So that's another very deadly offense. And their defense is also very good. Safeties, you got Jerron Kearse, Paul Cross, you know, Marcus Epps. You could do whatever you want to do with him. Their D-line is very good. You got Daniil Hunter, Jared Allen off the edge, and you got John Randall and Michael Pierce over at D-tackle. So that's a nasty D-line. Jordan Hicks, throw him in it. Maybe put Jordan Hicks and Marcus Epps in the box. So that's really good users. The weak spot is their corners. Their corners are not very good, but everywhere else is really good. So you really only got to use your fillers on the corners. So that's really not bad. So it's a really good team. Number 5 team, I went with the Redskins, man. I still call them the Redskins, man. This is weird calling them the Commanders, but we got the Redskins. They got Jordan Reed at tight end and Vernon Davis, so 2 very good tight ends. Receivers, you got the brand new Deshaun Jackson, Terry McLaurin. Don't have a wide receiver 3, but those 2 receivers right there are very good. Then you got Adrian Peterson, who you know he's good. Now, this is actually probably the only team out of all the ones on here that doesn't really have a legit starting quarterback. But at the end of the day, you're going to get who you want at quarterback anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But you can see this is a pretty good offense. And the Redskins defense is pretty nasty. That's kind of, you know, what evened it out, right? You got Paul Cross at free safety. You think of Cameron Curl? No, they got Sean Taylor. So they got 2 really good safeties. Then DRC, St. Juice, Champ Bailey at corner, really good corners. And then their D-line is really solid too. You got Bruce Smith. You got Jonathan Allen, 2 big bodies right there. We all know Dave Robinson, really good, you know, really good user to put in the box. So you can see that this is a really good defense. All around, just a really good team. Number 4, we got the Arizona Cardinals. This is surprisingly a really nasty team you're going to see. Now, they don't really have a good tight end, but, you know, they got DeAndre Hopkins, Marquise Brown, Christian Kirk, all really solid receivers. Then they got Edgerrin James. You got Adrian Peterson, James Conner. They got 3 running backs. I think the Conner's not that good, but, you know, Peterson and Edgerrin James are really good. They got Dobbs, and then Kurt Warner is the guy I'd probably go over. Joshua Dobbs, the quarterback, Seth Lead, high route master, and all that stuff. Very good offense. Defense, honestly, just gets even better. Safety, you got Tyrann Mathieu, Pat Tillman, and Budda Baker. So you can move guys around however you want. DRC, Night Train Lane, and Catrell Clark at corner. All very, very good corners. And then you got Antonio Cromartie at corner 4. So they have DBs. The D-line, you got Joey Porter. We got Calais Campbell. I'll be honest, the D-line drops off a little bit, but then you got Jordan Hicks in the box. These are really good to use. You can put Jordan Hicks, and if you want to put Tyrann Mathieu or Budda Baker in the box, whoever you want to use, Pat Tillman maybe. So really the D-line's kind of their weak part, but everything else is so strong, it's not bad. Number 3, man, you guys know the big 3. These are the 3 D teams that you're probably going to see a decent amount. We got the Baltimore Ravens, got Mark Andrews as tight end. He's still pretty solid. I mean, you come on now. You can't go wrong with Lamar Jackson. He's still really good. Raheem Mostert, the running back. Ricky Williams, Gus Edwards. They got all the running backs. Receivers, you got Deshaun Jackson, Odell Beckham, Marquise Brown, and Zay Flowers. So they got a bunch of receivers. This offense is loaded. Defense is really good too. You can see they got that brand new Ray Lewis. That definitely, played a big factor in this because this guy is insane. CJ Mosley isn't too bad of a guy to put in the box, but you got Ed Reed, who's arguably one of the best safeties in this game. You got Fruit Punch, Marcus Peter, Deion Sanders. Not the greatest cornerback trio, I'll be honest with you, but they got really good guys you could put in the box. They got a solid D line. You got Tavius Robinson, Matthew Judon, Michael Pierce, the D tackle. So say Calais Campbell. So it's a really good D line, a very good offense, and I don't know. They got a lot of the newer cars that are out. So adding those extra boosts to these cars is just gonna, make these guys, they're gonna be everywhere. And for the second best theme team in the game, I gotta go with the Raiders. The Raiders are back. You guys know how the Raiders are. Tight end, they got Darren Waller, who isn't, crazy right now, but he's there. You can switch him out if you want. Receivers, you got Amari Cooper, Randy Moss, Deshaun Jackson, Devontae Adams. Lots of receivers to pick from. Running backs, you got Marshawn Lynch, Josh Jacobs, Bo Jackson. I would honestly probably go with Josh Jacobs as the starter, in my opinion. Now, they do not have a quarterback, but it's fine. Go get whoever you want to put at quarterback. And with this offense, it's going to be nice. This Raiders defense, it's disgusting, man. You got Ronnie Lott, Palomeo, Marcus Epps. I think Morig probably wouldn't be a bad budget guy if you really wanted to throw him in there, right? Corners, you got DRC, Marcus Peters, Charles Woodson. So it's still really good cornerback trio because Charles Woodson is still pretty solid. DRC is great. Marcus Peters is whatever, you know what I mean? But the D-line, right, you got Howie Long, you got Tillery, Adrian Key, Khalil Mack, Ted Hendricks. Hendricks you could do anywhere. Put him in the box. You could, put him on the line. Robert Spillane, my fault. Right, so they get guys with with discounted Lurkart, or I guess Lurkart is already discounted, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of guys on this defense. It's a very good offense. This is the Raiders are here, man. And for the best theme team in the game, man, I gotta go with the Eagles. I don't see how the Eagles are not the best theme team in the game. You got Dallas Goedert, tight end. He's very good. You got Michael Vick, a guy that gets high route master. DeAndre Swift isn't the greatest right now, but he can get it done. You got Deshaun Jackson, Harold Carmichael, AJ Brown, or Devontae Smith. You could use at wide receiver 3, but if you want to switch them out, you can. This is a very nice offense. Look at this Eagles defense, man. This is disgusting. It's safety. You got CJ Gardner-Johnson, Brian Dawkins. That is an amazing, safety combo right there. Corners, you got Asante Samuel, Avonte Maddox, DRC, James Bradbury. Pick who you want. You got a great secondary. And then for the D-line, man, Nolan Smith, Javon Curse, Refrigerator Perry, and then you could go Reggie White. You got Josh Sweat. You got Hargrave. Pick who you want. There's so many guys at the D-line. Pick who you want. Jordan Hicks you could throw in the box, right? Maybe you want to throw in Marcus Epps with him. Whoever you want to do. This is the best theme team in the game. I mean, just look at this defense. The offense is really solid. Let me know down in the comments, who do you guys think is the best theme team in the game? Who do you think is the top 10 theme team that was left off the list? And I didn't put the Eagles on here just because I'm biased. I mean, dog, look, this team is nasty. I mean, I could have a 95-speed edge rusher. If you guys did enjoy the video, man, drop a like. We're going to get a lot more videos out like this. I know you guys like these, top 10 videos and stuff like this. So, drop a like, man. Sub to the channel if you're not already subbed, man. Until the next time, I'll see y'all on the next one.